Alright, our party of adventurers pick right back up after the intense battle with the Pack of Nexus. After our heroes, who have been chasing after artifacts and other means of dispelling the curse in the sky, a curse called Don't Look Up, a curse invoked by the cult of Orcus, one that when you stare up in the sky invokes this type of madness. Throughout their adventures, these heroes defeated vampires, undead giants, all manner of beings and monsters, but things were accelerated, a rapid pace. Real life happens, as all players and DMs know, and my schedule wasn't confirmed. So we had to rush things, but we still got you guys to level 20. After fighting Astral Dreadnought, making deals and challenges with Arbo, one of the last heroes of the last campaign, having him fail in his strongest ability, which was a Constitution saving throw, which was hilarious. But then, a time dragon appeared, opened up a rift into time, back into a point in time when Orcus was still on the plane for the Abyss. And he intended to take the throne, attack his father, as this time dragon was part demon, part dragon. And throughout that battle, the players use their skills, use their wits, but one of the most key things happened was Astuin, our cleric, who is right here. She decided to make an amazing send-in to who else but Asmodeus, one of the titular antagonists against Orcus. Like, they're villains, they hate each other, they're not friends. And made a bargain, offered the Wand of Orcus for help with the Time Dragon, closing the rift. It was worked out. One of the most powerful wizards in the Nine Hells, some say the most powerful, Mephistopheles, I said that wrong, but whatever. He came around and he helped with the fight. And throughout that fight, eventually the Time Dragon was defeated. Throughout those moments, a lot of things happened. We had our friend named Brank. Brank saved Astuin because Astuin realized they don't have a heart, but they felt a heartbeat in their chests, and their undead nature would die at the end of this battle. Brank, reaching out to Mephistopheles, made a wish, per se, to have Astuin switch places with them. And in that instance, when the battle was over, Brank laid dead. Eventually, Whis, one of our other players, she reached out to her own patron, her own power of chaos. And Whis, feeling her adventure was dead, her adventure was time has passed, she made the deal to feel that the rest of the party members were the one to take up the rest of the adventures. And in that moment, the players all agreed, Brank was brought back, and Astuin there now. Whis forever gone in a library in Asmodeus' Keep of Souls. She's on a little higher platform than most of other souls, as she is a very strong mortal, but still, she's in a library kept like no other. With that being said, the party gained their allies together, allies like No Name, who's off the map right now, and made their way back to the material plane to find out what's happening with the Kingdom of Dax. Once they got there, Asmodeus and his daughter Glassel was here. They found them, Asmodeus watching over the battlefield and doing something in the sky, doing a 10th level, basically, dispel magic on the curse of Orcus, because it's something that even Asmodeus wouldn't want, Orcus' influence on the material realm. But he wanted his daughter to be the one to make charge here, to be in charge of, show that she's not just a Nepo baby, and he did not just install her into her layer of the hells. That she actually could make a good contract, make a good deal, be a good archdevil, and earn her seat to become a divine or a better archdevil in that process. But through her discussions and talk with Demira, the Queen's consort to Misty, right over here, unfortunately, the contracts got a little loopy. The Gazelle wanted to become divine and needed 2 daggers. She only got 1. The one of Orcus, because of Vladimir's very clever dealings with Mephistopheles and getting 2 wishes to cast, using special abilities and spells called Sequester, and one hell of a throw, they hid away the one of Orcus inside of a prison of imprisonment spell and into a sequester and flinged it off in the distance into the astral plane. Right now, even if you had true sight, it would take quite the effort to find this thing moving, no friction, just moving through the astral. It's not impossible, but it would take some effort. It really would.
And it cannot be located by divination magic.
Yeah, that as well. That's what I said. It would take a lot of physical work. Like, yeah.
So only creatures with innate true sight would be able to find it. Whoever cast true sight wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, it would be quite the fucking effort. And with that being said, the big villain of my campaign, which is the Warren of Orcus, is out of play at the moment. But the fight's not over. After an intense fight with the pack demons of Nexus, these undead-looking individuals, the fight came to an end after amazing crits from Vladimir playing as Garin. Astuin popping through the fight. We have Demira, the queen consort, who's playing as Jacqueline, coming back, hitting hard as well. And of course, our MVP, let's not give it to her, Olive said it last time, she had the most kills. So Pixie, congrats to you.
Yay!
Pixie and the Seal Sentinel punched an Eldritch Blast and I think it was Magic Missile their way through a bunch of these characters here. And in the end, we pick up right after that situation. Astuin for a moment was sitting on the chair, wanted a quick break, but the party members wanted to see what was happening next. And the next thing we find is Demira running outside, her queen telling her like she needs to bring back Helm, she needs to get the ritual done. I'm going to ping the map around, guys, so it's going to move you a little bit over here. We have Ivan. Ivan right now, the Master Artificer. What you all see from him is that there's an arcane circle currently on the ground, a glyph you could say. He has have a floating textbook, it may be a wizard book, floating behind him as the book is kind of creating a fabrication, casting a spell. It looks like there's something missing for the center of the circle. You see the Misty yelling for Demira, like, we need to bring them back. We need to bring them back. She seems very concerned about her people, the curse right now. We have the Raven Queen. There's lots happening here, guys. The Raven Queen is protecting everybody from the acid rain of hellfire coming down from the curse. And Asmodeus,
which is their daughter Biscuit.
We're going to go ahead also, where the big choice is. As all of that is happening, the party has a big decision here. Let's remind everybody. You have the neutral choice, whatever you guys want to do, individually or together here, guys. You can stay in the city, tell me what you want to do. You do whatever you want to do, and I'll have the NPCs react and do whatever they want to do here. But at the same time, Garin, Pixie, and everybody who's taken Warlock level in some way feels a connection, a pull towards Glitterbeam. The Fae who caused all of this, potentially, as she asks for help in the Feywild court. And in a flash, the envoy, these individuals who are Knights of Baba Yaga, very strong character, think of them as almost level 20 characters themselves, not that strong, come and ask you if you would like to represent Glitterbeam in the Feywild, and come to a Feywild court. On the other end of the battlefield, which I will ping you guys over here, there is no name. She's never given her true name. She was a former lieutenant of Orcus. She now pulls away the Tarrasque. Yes, a literal Tarrasque that was brought into the city through magical means, and tries to save the civilians to the south who are trying to escape this vicious monster. In the end, it seems like No Name will sacrifice herself and the armies to do what she must to keep the city as a whole safe. And that's where we pick up right now, with the party all together, run out. The Feywild awaits, the Tarrasque awaits, or something else in the city awaits. I will start off with, I'll say, first thing first, it was Garin and Demira. You two run up first. The queen's there. What are you guys saying? I'll start off with you guys just immediately, because you guys left the house quickest.
I'll look to Misty, and I'll tell her what's happened. And that they're
telepathically, instantly.
That they're going to get rid of the line of Orcus, which she knows means Nightshade and Moongrave.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell her, I know where Baba Yaga is, and I tell her it's in Kazani. I tell her, I may not be able to talk to you because of where everything is, but promise me, if I pull from Biscuit to keep an eye on me, that you send a message to Kazani about Baba Yaga and her pedestal, and that you get Nightshade and Moongrave to know what's going on. I know this will create a civil war in the Fae court, but I am going to stop this. I know this child should not be allowed to live, but it should not be the whole line of Orcus to get rid of Nightshade and Moongrave after we've changed them.
So, you say all this, and your wife is there, the queen of the city of Dax. She's casting a 9th level from a scroll. She's casting the ritual spell for true resurrection for Helm. She takes out a staff, and the staff has a groanly long arm. You're a little bit far from her. She walks a few feet away from...
I'll move up to her.
No, hold on. Let me explain what happens. Like,
right.
You said your thing. She walks this way, and as you start walking towards her, she takes the staff with one hand, and there's a hand on the staff, and she pulls you in closer, and just locks lips with you as she still casts the spell, and she doesn't even give you a chance to pull away for a moment, as you all see the queens embracing each other.
I'll
and
grip her hard back in return.
Yeah, pulling you hard as she still mumbles to keep the ritual canted of the spell.
As her snake tail wraps around me, as usual.
In that moment, what's the rest of everybody else doing, if anything?
I mean, Garan takes a step away and turns away.
Alright.
He's right next to them, he's like, just not gonna third wheel this.
Yeah, just like the situation, the Baba Yaga envoy kind of blush, they start looking away like, oh, we should shut the fuck up. In this moment.
Hey, there's something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Astuin would go over to Garan.
Okay.
Garan, I plan on going and switching places with no name. Did you get the gate scroll? She's going to say this telepathically to him.
Yes, that's fine.
Demiral's still here.
From Mephistopheles.
You want to get the gate scroll for Mephistopheles?
No. Do you still have it? Did you not get it from him?
You still do have
Yes.
it. You guys didn't use it.
Yes, still have it. Do you need it? Are you going to use that?
I would like it. I'm going to give it to No Name as we switch places. If something happens and goes wrong, she can cast it to get you guys out. She's a wizard. She can cast a gate.
Yes. Okay.
Do you get us out of Feywild?
Yes, if you're going. Whoever
You have
goes.
to go. I will be going
She
into
needs to be
Feywild.
here to lift the curse, so I need to switch places with her.
Alright, here you go. I had to do the gate
Thank
spell.
you.
Garan, roll me insight check. With advantage. You're level 20th adventurer. You've just been told
Still in
something.
-1.
That's fine. Just you roll. Okay,
10.
this was not a hard DC. He says to get you out, and your brain also think, why do it that way? The Feywild magic works different there. Time works differently. What if it's to get Astuin there? What if Astuin finishes their task faster than you all do? Through sending, you all could communicate and get him there as well. That is also another option. Her there, I should say. Astuin is a
that
female.
is.
Okay. So either or. Just want
I will-
to both contexts.
Well,
I will pass you a potion of Hill Giant Strength.
thank you.
I know strength's not your forte, and I've been holding on to these for a little too long.
I think I already took one and I still have that running, but thank you.
In the midst as you two
You never
pass,
know when it comes to the Fae.
and as you guys pass through the potions and talk about the scrolls as Brank is in the background, quickly Ivan looks up and notices Olive with her sentinel. He says, Olive, I sense you are the one still holding the spindle. Would you mind assisting me over here?
Am I still holding him?
Yeah, you're the one who has the physical item.
I will join him.
Okay. Feel free to move yourself or your sentinel over there. He'll say, yes, over here. This is a arcane circle, almost a glyph you could call it. This I am part wizard and part. Oh no! Don't step on the circle. That could be bad once we set off the ritual. A few feet back. As you step into the as your sentinel steps into the circle and gets like tased for a moment, but luckily he gets all the electricity effects and you're fine. But your hair all stands up, Olive, like all pretty like that.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was on it too. Like, I have an afro.
Yeah, it's a rad look. Haha. You are a true artificer, I can tell. Always experimented. That was risky.
Character.
Olive, if you mind, do you mind coming down and helping me out for a moment? And I need you to put the spindle of fate at the corner of the ritual area. Okay.
I'm being cute. I want to like a penguin everywhere.
Beautiful.
I have set it down. Make sure I'm not stepping in the wrong place anymore.
Mm-hmm. All right. And Olive,
I'm like his Igor suddenly.
Mm-hmm. Give me an Arcana.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. I love it. I'll give me an Arcana check with advantage with your Sentinel assisting you. If you could innately figure out exactly where to put this thing.
Advantage. I'm glad I had it.
So you realize exactly where to put this thing, and it's like you know not to get inside the circle anymore, but you just kind of maybe truck it right to the center. And the way you use your magics to your artificial magic to get it immediately in the center. The Spindle of Fate stands up, and the Spindle of Fate is this legendary idol almost furls out. You'll see that Ivan puts in some other parts with it, and this item now. And I remember what it looks like for everybody. Let me send it to game log. Looks like this. So you click on it in the chat to see what it looks like. It unfurls, and immediately as you do this with a 25, Olive, you and your companion now permanently get the effects of the Spindle of Fate. The effects that you all get. If you all ever play these characters before without being attuned to it because of her amazing role, you all will always be able to use that D6, the Boon of Foretold, where you guys could, first of all, Battle for Knowledge, when you roll initiative, you can spend one charge to add or subtract bonuses from the total initiative. So you guys could do that. Yeah, and the Twist of Faith. I will make a feed of this later on and add it to everybody's character sheet, just in case you guys ever play these characters again in my campaign. Okay, guys? So, I'll have that set up for you. I'll have that set up for you guys later. So, he'll look to you. Thank you, Olive. That was quite skillful. I'm not... And he's still doing stuff, and he's an artificer, and I'll remind you guys, he has this little skeleton, that's literally his companion homunculus. It's just there floating, doing things, and help him out as he speaks to you. He sees you do so well and thinks, I don't know what your plan in all this is, but whenever you finish, or if you want to stay with me, I would think you could learn some of the more masterful artificy work that I know. Are you interested?
We will see later.
Fair enough.
As she keeps walking around and poking at everything she's allowed to poke at.
He comes, he says, if you step over here, I have a small way for you to contact me directly.
I walk around.
Yep. You walk underneath the big tree of shade as the acid rain comes through every now and then. Your hair's still electrified and it bursts off bubbles of like acid rain for a few seconds. He holds out to you a small stone. He'll show you 2 sets. You can add Ascendant Stone to your inventory directly to him. Whenever you feel you have the time, message me. We'll make something happen.
Okay.
Alright, you get Ascendant
Pocket
Stone.
Stone.
Brink, you never took a level in Warlock, but you see the battlefield right now. Your Simulacrum steps up behind you. The Simulacrum of Jasper has been following most of your command. High Fate Mage goes up to Garon. And you are free to decide on your fate. What do you want to do in this moment, if anything, Arce?
That's a very important question because Brank, as a barber, is partially Fey. Would he feel that something is going on in the Fey?
Yeah, you see, Baba Yaga is an essence of Archfey. Then, when they came out, you felt the wave through your body. You felt the impact of these people. The name Baba Yaga is not invoked very well in the universe, in my world, or in any Fey campaign. She's a creature without a stat block. This is above game. When you don't have a stat block on D&D, usually means players shouldn't fight that creature. That's usually what the above game meaning of that means. She doesn't even have an avatar. If their Anva is here, shit is going down in the Feywild. And as a bard, I mean, Fey courts are fun. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's what Brank would think. He, not knowing that Ascowen and Garan were talking about this just seconds before, he would step up and exclaim that I shall defend the pixie in the Feywild.
That is
All right.
one.
I'll be going with you.
Yeah, the Baba Yaga horsemen step forward. For those coming to the Feywild, step to the portal behind me. And there's a giant portal behind them if you guys can't see that.
Say.
Passing by the queen, snapping a mental picture.
The Queen Misty pushes away Demira. Demira, we're too much affection, my lady.
I'm not the one who needed me more than you.
And she looks over smartly, picking up Brank's simulacrum. Brank, what will you have your simulacrum do? They are different from you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They are different.
Shot in the head.
Shoot a hand crossbow?
I love it.
Shoot him in the head?
I love it.
He shoots Biscuit. Oh my god, he's been a traitor.
So roll me to hit. We have
He
to
did.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the roll.
25.
He has 3 health. Please roll the damage. I don't think it's impossible that you could don't roll enough.
Yeah.
All right. Describe you're killing your own simulacrum.
Brank passing the queens, going towards the portal, approaching the Baba Yaga soldiers, just turns around. Don't think I forgot about you. You're everything that is the worst in me. All the hatred, all the bad things that happened because of the curse and everything. You will stay here. And just boom. Bolt straight to the head.
Snow falls and melts, and it is gone as Brank steps towards the portal.
Okay.
Come back safe.
At that moment, the High Fae Mage looks over to you, Garan, and you see the face of Glitterbeam, and it mounts help, and almost like a puff of pixie dust. She's gone. You don't feel her anymore, the High Fae Mage.
I know, I'm coming. And I'll look back to Astwin and go, alright. I'll see you later.
Alright. The Simulacrum looks over to you. No. Astwin, the Simulacrum looks over to you for Jasper and waits your command. You're the last one it was sent to help the party, but everybody else is distracted.
Come on, you shiny metal tin can. We have a Tarrasque to go kill.
Okay, I think he has fly, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna say he's a potion because we got all that stuff. Yeah, he drinks a
Shiny
potion.
metal tin can.
He drinks a potion of
Metal
fly.
tin
Yep. So that gives him. He's not gonna be as fast as you because he's gonna only have 60 feet of fly. But we're there to remind in all this. So he'll lag behind you.
That's fine.
And yeah, and
Well-
we will.
As I head off in that direction, I'm not going to be dashing the first round. The first round I'm going to cast Sending.
Yeah, there's no rounds here. We're just gonna
Yes.
This is very much the end of the mind. But yeah, before you get that, you've done that though. I just wanna, because we know where you're going.
Yeah.
Olive, we haven't had a decision on what you're going to do, and I need to know that.
I help with Tarrasque.
You help with Tarrasque. That's fair enough. You have a potion of fly, so you could easily give one to yourself and your simulacrum and join the
Sentinel?
The Sentinel, sorry. The Shield Guardian, and join that warband. I'm just going to group you guys together, so Astawin could just move you guys to that side of the map a little later. Bro. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fine.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to get right back to you, Astawin, because your thing is going to be an Olive and Pixie, so we can wrap up with Demira and move everybody to their right places. Demira, your choices, you've said you're going to the Feywild, but your wife is holding you. I mean, do you pull... She pushed you away, but she hasn't let go of your hands.
I grip her chin and I go, you know I love you. And now I'm stubborn to die, one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go down that easy, but I have to do this in order to make sure that those that we made friendship with not long ago don't die. And maybe we can, after all this, find a way to hide the item that is of the Raven Queen that is now Biscuit, to keep it safe for good.
As you say Biscuit, a raven comes down, lands on your shoulder, and for just a briefest of moment, you feel a warmth of hug wrap around your body.
And I, pet the raven on my shoulder.
Yeah, it's a raven's physically there, but then you feel like almost a spectral hug of your daughter who became the Raven Queen. Hug you both. Even though she has not had the months, the years, she's still young. She fully does not understand the capabilities that you've given her to survive. She knows that you're doing this all for the people you love and to keep her safe.
Mm-hmm.
So she will do her best to fulfill her role in this.
And I tell Biscuit, keep an eye on me, and know when I'm in trouble. Let your mother know. So that way we can make sure things are good.
Mm-hmm. As you say that, Lino says, I sense someone coming. Sniff somebody. So Lino, your companions from before, there with Shadow, and Shadow turns, hurt, holds out his scythe. And quickly but surely, coming out of invisibility, Lino says, I know that smell. Kilsashi? And tackling Lino from the back was Kilsashi. Your party was never able to find her at any point. But she shows up quickly and yells out, before everyone finally leaves, decisions have to be made quickly, my queens. And she bows to Misty and Demira. I have found the culprit, the one you all lost. She holds out a bag of holding, and this is a character above game for the rest of the players that has been following you all. No one ever rolled high enough on many maps to find him. Just didn't happen.
Is it who I think it is?
She pulls out from the bag a kanku, a small bird-like creature.
Oh, that little shit.
It's me, Masa. Hi, queens.
I actually crack my knuckles and I start walking forward.
Misty just looks to you. Take his head, Demira. His hands are bound behind his back. She gave it as a command, not as a request to you.
I go moving around the circle.
Okay, I was going to wonder if you walked in the circle.
No. And I see him.
Hi, Demira. Come on, you think this really gonna mean anything? You know where I really am. I'm in the house. This is just a clone. This is one of them, per se.
So that means that's another way. Lionel, make sure to capture the scent and, if we can, find where he is in the house and destroy him for good.
Yeah, Lionel comes over, gets a good little whiff of him. Masa almost expects you to kill him. He just bows his head and just awaits your swift justice.
I look at Shadow, which is my Reaper half.
Yeah.
And I give it to mental telepathy, and we both take our scythes, and we swish so the scythes are the two blades that come together. They'll lop off his head.
All right. With that, the head lops off, and almost through some type of magic, you see the blood, the body, it dies, but you know now, through what he said, this most likely he has a clone somewhere else. In that moment, to the rest of the party, Misty reaches out, and you all get almost a flood of information. Masa was their head, their general. They met Masa, but Masa was a greedy. If you look at the token, a greedy little Kanku, who aimed for the most greed in the possible world. And in the final moments, when it was a choice between Orcus, themselves, and greed, Masa betrayed everyone, including Orcus, for themselves. But they're the cause of many of the problems the Queens has had.
Especially the original place, the Citadel.
The Citadel. But that is dealt with. And Missy reaches out to you, Demira. If it is a Feywild for you, so be it.
Just make sure to listen to Biscuit if I'm in trouble. So that way we can... It might start a civil war, but if you need to play powerful hands to prevent something, and so be it.
Shadow joins you back and fades with inside of you. You know now Shadow's with you whenever you need him. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
So, for the party that's going to the Feywild, we'll jump to you guys after. We're going to start off with Astuin. As Astuin and the band fly over towards making that send in, Astuin. What are you sending and who are you sending to?
I'm casting Sending to her first dragon patron, the dragon that freed her from slavery,
Mm-hmm.
to Salaknir, an ancient gold dragon.
Alright, good aligned. Nice.
My lord Salaknir, if you still live, there is a Tarrasque in the kingdom known as Dax. I need your help.
Okay. You send this message off and you feel a connection. I need you to make me a religion check with advantage.
Oh, yay. That's something I'm good at, actually.
Okay.
18. I can make that higher, though.
You do not need to. That is more than enough at reaching out to the person who saved you. I'm gonna focus the camera over here and ungroup you guys. You get nothing back but in Draconic the sense and meaning that when the time is right, the help is coming. You know help is coming. As you all approach this devious situation, and that's what you do, Olive, you there with your sentinel, maybe even riding on top of your sentinel as you all fly. Let me just ungroup you here. We're going to be going very much into theater of the mind here because we're going to be going off the map, and Above doesn't want to ungroup everybody. You see No Name in the distance sending off her Toll of the Dead. As Osterwin makes this sending, you would get to, like, your not rushing ahead, but do you say anything to No Name? Do you want to do anything?
Are we attacking it yet, then?
I'll tell you what you see. So you see No Name, and when I say armies, these are armies of squads. They're large amounts. Maybe a squadron of about 70 remaining of humanoids, dragonborns, all different sorts, using magical crossbows, magical longbows, javelins thrown at these creatures, trying to bait it. They're all baiting it around the mountain. So the mountain spirals around, like you guys are on one side of the face of the mountain and the mountain spirals around deeper. There is literally a pathway around the mountain down it, and they seem to try to bait it somewhere. As No Name sees you coming, Olive, Astuin, what are you doing? I will sacrifice myself for this. Don't put yourself. You've worked too hard. I've done so much evil. That's what she says to you, Olive. First, I mean, like, you just...
If I was tall enough, I'd cover your mouth.
Roll me, just a straight charisma check. I want to know if she just
Can
laughs.
she get advantage? Because this
Yes,
is so
everything,
fucking cute.
yeah, because the
This
sense
is so
of
fucking cute.
everything's at. Just roll me a great straight charisma check.
Right, then. Oh.
Just
Yeah,
roll charisma.
it's just 2d20s.
Yeah, just 2d20s. Just roll charisma twice. I love that.
2d20. Yes. Oh.
14. Yeah. Okay. She doesn't laugh, but you swear this woman who's usually stoic smirks a little bit more as she stays quiet and hears you all out as you all in the moment
Because
are.
it's like if you want help, you want help. Don't like throw away the help.
Hurt. Do you?
And I want to. I'm looking at the spell sleep.
Try to guess.
So you have the
I know.
idea.
I forget how the Tarrasque roll works.
Yeah, sleep would work if it was a new 2024 for sleep, but I think you have the old one.
Well, in the meantime, while I check that out, I'll say this
Yeah.
is Demira. Demira will feel out what Olive is doing, and she will boom out her voice, saying, "No name, you've given a chance to do good. You are not what you were. You are a valuable asset. I do not want to lose you. Let them help you."
Yeah, you use thaumaturgy or a magic similar from all the artifacts and magics you have.
I think Missy would use the thaumaturgy to help me out.
I need give me a persuasion check from you, Demira. Olive, you also give me a persuasion check, and Astuin, if you want to say anything in this moment, have to have a retreat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
Astuin-
Shadow help me.
Aston is going to pull out the gate scroll. No name. This is a gate scroll. You need to help the others end the curse. We can take care of the Tarrasque.
Look, it's a 2. It's my favorite number.
If the others that are going to the Feywild, I think one of the queens is going with them, need to get out, you can use that to get them out.
She will take the scroll, and you give me the advantage persuasion check as well.
Astuin.
Yeah,
Very
Astuin.
good is most important.
Yeah, you can use any of the ability. Oh, yeah, 22. Okay, yeah, 2 successes is what I needed here. If you were by yourself, Astuin, it would have been a 25. So I don't know if is that possible for you. Oh yeah, you have a +8. That would have definitely been possible. So with the 2 success, she takes the scroll. Describe to me, Astuin, for your character first. You're fighting this Tarrasque. You're leading this Tarrasque around the moment. You still have to bait them. This is not just standing still talking. Describe how you're doing this as well.
Well, Astuin, being able to fly because of her mask, constantly moving with the others, casting cantrips at the Tarrasque, trying to, if it gets too close, punch it, attempt to stun it, and keep moving away. Just trying to hurt it, keep it angry, weaken it as much as she can, and healing her allies whenever they need.
Okay. Olive, how are you enticing the Tarrasque to chase you at the moment in the direction No Name was pulling them?
I want to make it tiny.
You want to reduce it, right?
Yes.
All right. Roll. This is perfect.
I want to try that.
Okay, so you try. You try it. We don't need to roll anything. You try to reduce it, and the creature resists the reduction. But No Name looks to you. Yes. That's what I am. That's what we need to do. We need to reduce it. My plan was to lure it underneath the mountain. There is a spot that connects the mortal realm here beneath the old Dax, a city made by dwarves, a huge city. It's long and hard to explain, but inside of the mountains there are titans, big creatures that hold up these mountains. Don't have time to explain it, but inside of the mountain is very big, but the Tarrasque is too big. We know Joaquin, the Woman of Gold, and we also know another creature from the Abyss. We made a deal, the Queens did, that if they would make a casino, sorry, I know this sounds crazy, but my players did this. Above game, they did this, so it happened. They made a casino. So I'm above game. There is a casino that links the Abyss and the Mortal Realm, a place for people to have their vices fulfilled. It links, yes, Chevron. So there is beneath the city. There's an active portal between the Abyss and the Mortal Realm. That's neutral ground where no one could fight.
Yeah, it's a bloody passage.
So yes, they have to walk through blood to get there.
It's a bloody passage.
It's like a blood toilet bowl pool type of thing. You gotta get flushed down there.
Yeah. So she says, my idea was to lead it down into the big corridors. If we could reduce it, we could fit through and we just let it loose in the Abyss. That was my idea. Unless you all have another plan to deal with it.
Well, an archdevil does sort of owe me a favor. I might send her a message, but I don't know if she'll be able to hear it.
Yeah.
She really shouldn't be making deals.
You feel Astuin are sending back to you from the individual, the dragon that is, if it needs to be reduced, I could fulfill that, if that's what you want.
That would be most helpful, my lord. Or at least if you could weaken it with your breath.
Alright. No Name will take, because we're going to jump over to the other players. No Name will take the scroll and start making her way back towards the party members. The army, though, they stay with you all. They have been instructed where they're queens. No order, nothing you all could do to stop the queens. That she was very much, as a player, her commands were commands. They're not going to stop what they're doing for you guys. They will assist whatever plan you're doing, but that's their job. They will die for the queen. The last thing Olive and Astuin see is No Name swiftly making her way, drinking a potion of haste, flying her way all the way back over to the ritual circle, where Ivan is there, Kilsashi, and the little magics that Lino there knows. They all start prepping the circle, waiting for the queen to get Helm back on her feet to complete the ritual. With that being said, we will switch over to the next party members going into the Feywild. So there will be some quite long moments between we switching back and forth. But like I said, final session. So let's get that map open. It should be loading. I'm going to ping it. I will ask, how about you, Vladimir? Did you see where I pinged right here? Are you seeing the map?
I'm seeing the map and I see the ping.
Alright, perfect. I will drop the envoy and Brank. Demira. Vladimir's token. You pop out. Garan, sorry. Yep, I'm so used to just call you by your name.
That's right.
Yep, I think that's everybody. That's the three here. You all appear in a flash walking through this portal with Baba Yaga's horsemen. As you appear in this courtyard, you see a variety of individual. You see what looks like to be a large plant. The plant sways and moves. The moment you get here, the most important thing is everybody's names are revealed. Through Feywild fuckery magic, everyone's name is visible. You know the plant is called the Dancing Lady. To the north of you is Bargnot Headsman. This is the Executioner. And you see Bargnot, a small goblin that looks completely out of place. She has the throne, another goblin, and she's just there. You hear her immediately. I can't wait to see her head slice across your blade, my Executioner. That's what you mostly see. You also see some other individuals, which I'll point out very quickly. I have to reveal one more name. Show player's name. Closest to the Queen of Witches, you see the Radiant Lord. I'm going to send all the pictures. And you see the Lord of the Hunt. And all of them are talking with each other about what they think of Glitterbeam, the Hags, Orcus. Some of them whisper about what they're going to rule, how they think that this is a waste of their time. You see the Moonlit Knight, which I'm going to send the picture right here. Hold on. His name is not revealed. Especially for the Moonlit Knight and the Queen of Night. Both of them fly up 20 feet up into the... 60 feet up in the air. And both of them, you'll see like auras coming off of their bodies. And the thing about them, both of them, they're almost sparring, but in a loving fight. They look at each other intensely and in the air of just like Feywild fuckery. Below both of them, looking very intense, very worried, is first a Queen's Guard and then a King's Guard, who both look up at both of these individuals, worried that they're not going to kiss each other, they're going to kill each other. To the north of that, you also see passing around a lady in snowy white dress as she walks around a pond, and as she walks, touches her finger into the water, it freezes for a moment and takes her hands out and continues on. Beyond that, the horseman says, these are the individuals who will come up, one by one, give their testimonies on what they think should happen to Glitterbeam. You could try to speak with them now, but it might be best to do it in front of the judge, inside. And they step to the side. When you are ready, step to the doors here.
Damaris, and the judge is...
The judge. The judge is, and he will describe this lady right here of shadows. The moment she gets described, you know who that is. It's Nitra Sota. You've met her before, Demira. You know that she's a very powerful Fae. She has multiple iron stones revolving around her bodies at all time. Ability to summon shadows. She's impatient. She's, in general, always favored to just kill somebody. You've met her in the past. Mm-hmm. And he tells you that there's an arbiter as well. The arbiter is somebody you've also met, Demira, called Rivera. A very sexy, handsome water spirit of the Feywild. His top part of his body is all muscles, and half his body is all water. He's the neutral party.
Great.
The stage is yours.
Great. Those fucking two. Of course. It had to be that bitch. She'll turn to Gron and Brink and go, the judge is not a judge. She's just someone who wants to use the law to bend it to her will, to get rid of those she thinks is a problem.
Sounds like Feywild. Treachery.
Yeah, yes, but more Knights. And this other one is just a fucking playboy. And he's full of himself. Do not let him waste your moments
Much like
of
the rest
life.
of the Fae.
Waste your moments of life of hearing his grandeur. You might as well have passed on 10 years of age by the time he's done.
And as you say that, Brink, you feel that the bushes right next to you almost come to life and tap you and point you towards the Witch Queen. As you're passive, you can overhear the Radiant Lord saying, my brilliance will light up your witchy hair. Be my wife. Let us make king and queen. Make me a king. And she just has this shut the fuck up look. And she kind of just wants you to get her out of this conversation. As if you want to do that. Your passives tell you that.
Brank will go there instantly and look look at the Witch Queen,
Yeah.
and he will begin. Well, lady, is this man bothering you?
She looks down, saying, "Pretty lady, oh, you like my hair? The
He
color."
never finished the word pretty. Let's just be clear with that.
Okay. You like? She just instantly says, "Like my hair," and he looks down at you like a peasant. Yes, but she says, "Yes, he won't know when to shut his glowing mouth."
Demir will chuckle at that really loud.
Well, sir, I think you're done here for now. Don't bother the lady. There's enough stuff going on.
You a peasant would instruct me, a lord, in a court of kings and queens?
Well, we are here to discuss very important stuff, so how about you prepare for that instead of bothering the... whatever that is next to me, lady. Yes. Brunk stumbling in his words, trying to not offend, but also,
Yeah.
you know,
You feel the sense of like there's not going to be a fight here, but words of Jabin are very much welcome here. As she says, "I've already told him that his radiant glow is annoyance. It hurts my eyes. Either dim yourself, you fucking radiant bug, or be gone. My lady, you love my radiance when I'm inside of you. I will make you glow from inside out." What's Brink's response, if any, to that?
let me gather my thoughts.
Yeah. You just overhear him just giving horrible one-liners.
As he gets his thoughts, Demir takes her scythe out and slams it down as to get attention. And goes, "He is not a peasant. He is one of my loyal subjects who has served me well. You dare tarnish my name by saying what my loyal servant has done for me?
But you are peasant too. Who the fuck are you?" That's what he says to you.
Bram just kind of leans into the Radiant Lord and he's like, "I think she's a little delusional because I am not her servant." But
So
you can talk more about filling up with light, and winks at him.
Oh, so here's what I need from this. You have advantage from Demira. I need you to either make a persuasion, intimidation, or some other check that I can't think of. If you want to try this a different way. How are you phrasing this?
I think he's gonna try to just be drunk and be like on the verge of being kind of flirty, but it's a bugbear, so he's just disgusting. So I guess intimidation with advantage.
Yes.
As he proposed to him filling up drunk with his light.
The light is fire.
He looks at you. "I shouldn't even talk to you, peasant. So be it." And he dims himself, and he turns away from her, and flies over here, and just glows back up into a bird's face, and the bird just looks over him, and the bird speaks. "Quah! What the fuck?" And just shits on his head in the Feywild and just flies away. But I need an insight check from Brank, Garon, and Demira.
Oof.
Okay. I'll reveal what comes of that in a moment. For you, Garon, as you see this situation happen over here, your senses over here, the Queen of Night. Oh man.
I was going to ask really quick, is Garon familiar with any of these fake creatures, seeing as he's been in service for Glitterbeam?
Yes, roll me a history check with advantage, and I can reveal more. That's a great concept.
14.
You are familiar with all of their names, but it's always surface level. The Snow Queen, in charge of the Snow Court, the Snow area. The one that you would know the most about is the Dancing Lady. More playful, a plant. Glitterbeam likes plants. They're usually not, they're mischievous in the Feywild. If anybody right now that would probably be most likely in favor of spearing Glitterbeam, from that history check, it would be her.
All right.
Anything else before I tell you what you overhear?
Yes, go and tell me what I overhear.
Okay. You hear them sparring, flying above, coming this way, and eventually, like, above you guys, as this is all happening almost at the same time, but your attention is brought up, as the queen says, "You old knights, look at your crusty self. You do not honor me with your presence, my lady. You have wrinkles on your ears. You think you are a young spring chicken anymore?" And she says, "What? I look great. Look at the man down there in the mask. I can't see his face, but his body. You have nothing against that. Ooh, is that an earthy tone I see?" And she looks down at you, Garan, to see if you have anything to say to this spar at all. Anything at all? Or you can say nothing.
Looks to me like you need to decide whether that's a fight to the death or a lover's quarrel.
She would fight. She would actually kill me, wouldn't you? Of course, my knightly king. We always have to have the night be more powerful than the moon. And, do you want to make a check here, or you just want to say that? And it's perfectly fine to not make a check.
I would say, would it be, from what I know about, like, fake courts and surface level, would it be, they're married, but they hate each other, but they love each other, and typical bizarre Fey.
Yeah, I'll give you this. They are married, but it's bizarre Fey fuckery, and on top of that, I'll give you this with your situation with Glitterbeam. You might not want to sway them. They already have an opinion. Maybe the time to sway them is when they enter into the actual court. Doing it here could be a negative thing. You don't know yet.
That's true. Oh, sway them in regards to
Glitterbeam. Whatever you say here will have an effect. It's just more or less, you just don't know at the moment if it's a good thing or a bad thing here.
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, that's fine. Then you say what you say.
Just let them go.
Yeah, you say what you say, which is perfectly fine. And this goes back to insight checks on everyone else. Let me bring up the Radiant Lord. So, Garen, Brank, and Demira, you see the Witch Queen smile at you and gives you a knowing look back at the building where Glitterbeam was being held. She gives you a wink and smiles, and that insight tells you that you have swayed her even more towards sparing Glitterbeam. Your insights have all told you that she was already intended to spare her for everything. The Radiant Lord, he was already intended to have her executed for his own reason, and now there's no way you could convince him to not do that. So you guys above game know that talking with them outside could potentially make them not be able to ever change their mind once they go inside. So it's very dangerous depending on how you interact with them outside.
I would, and I have an idea of what to say to the queen and the knight.
Okay.
Okay. It's one of the things I admire about the Fae is the wisdom to, even though there are disagreements with individuals, to focus more on working together when it is necessary. That it is not about killing everyone, even if you may dislike them a bit. But there is might and wisdom in sparing your foes and working together.
Okay. Give me whatever check you think is applicable. This will be an advantage. Everything you guys are doing right now, you're all together, you're helping each other.
Alright.
In some way or another.
I don't got much. I'm not trying to intimidate them, so... persuasion it is. 19.
19. The knight looks down to you. He's like, I just wanted to leave this way and have a dinner with my wife. But fine, if I will make the right decision, and gives you a nod. You've taken him from neutral into favor in Glitterbeam. She looks down to you and just smiles. She was already in favor. You've confirmed her stance. I have a sheet. I'm updating them right now.
But then if I've danced with multiple plants and know that Glitterbeam is with the dancing lady, I would walk over and greet the dancing lady.
Yes. The dancing lady, the two bulbs comes down and bows to you. It looks over to you almost like it's heard of you before. Maybe Glitterbeam has done ascending. And you see the flowers sprout, and you feel sweet scent of communication, as if you breathe in the spores, you could speak telepathically to the plant.
I would communicate greatness, gratefulness, and this I'd say general connection, and share some memories of experiences of dancing with plants, even if I hated them.
Okay. It reaches out to you through this aura, the sense. It wants you to share your own versions of stories with Glitterbeam. You get the idea that Glitterbeam exaggerates. She wants to know the truth of one of your most embarrassing stories that Glitterbeam might have told them. You're the DM right now, so you...
I would say... sigh, and he would tell a story about how Glitterbeam wanted to have a tea party at a picnic. When we went out to the picnic, she told me to fetch on through a patch of sent me on errands to grab the things that were necessary for the picnic. And one was through like a rose bush thorn of like needles and stuff, and I had to dive through and like get scraped up and go there. Another one was through like a piranha plant field. I like images of me being picked up and like sucked on and having to break out.
Yeah.
And then another one where he was like stealthing, trying to get through some like aspects of their trees and vines, and then running away from and like stealing some of the plants and vegetables, and then having to run away as the rest of the vegetables were attacking.
Perfect. You feel that you haven't swayed her in either direction. She just enjoyed your time. She was very confident in her answer even before you approached. Demira, you hear your name. Is that Demira we hear? Oh yes, that is Demira. She looks as scrumptious as before. Do you think Rivenair is going to add her to our harem? Demira, don't you hear us? Are you here to join the harem?
There's like a deep sigh. Like, fuck.
Alright, fine. Who's that handsome... Ooh, earthy tones. They just walk past you, and you are?
Demira goes, watch out, that's the fucking Playboy's harem girls.
There's a guy and a girl. One is green, and the other one's a girl.
Well, it is Harlem.
Yeah, it's a harem, but
Harlem,
I don't know if harem
people.
means guy... Whatever it is.
It could be both.
Okay, I have no clue.
It could be both.
I don't know.
It could be both.
Androgynous.
Yes, there you go. No, not that the creatures. I don't know what the harem is. I don't know if harem is the right term. That's all I read. I really have
male
no
harem,
clue.
you can have a female harem.
Hey,
Yeah, I have
harem
no
is just
clue.
harem.
Okay, yeah, so it's a harem. Oh, you there.
Talking about reverse harem, just because harem typically means one guy and a lot of women. But technically a girl with a lot of guys, or even like, a harem would have sometimes have guys in it as well, depending on the royalty's fancy. So
I
just,
learned something here. They
also
look at
depending
you.
on the historical aspect, there's a political aspect, but it's not just about sex toys. So,
but they look at you like you're a snack.
and I said these kind of Fae I've dealt with before.
Yeah, these are Eladrins. They work in many courts. These don't have their names on. They're not important enough to even say their names. They're just part of somebody else's entourage, the neutral party.
Hence why Demir warned you.
Okay. I'd be careful. I'm not exactly the softest of meals to go down. Be careful of what you bite. There might be some gravel and sharp rocks.
What about your friend over there, the one with the pointy ears? Can we have a nibble? Would you introduce us?
Demir sends a warning over there too.
I'm a terrible pig, but I think that one is the weirdest one. And well, actually, I'd ask Frank. Frank, do you want to be introduced?
Yeah, telepathically, you three are still connected.
Mm-hmm.
Or is this something you're into?
I don't know if Beaky saw the message in the chat. I think Brank would be still doing that.
Yeah, he's changing into a lawyer suit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I missed it. Sorry about that.
He's changing into a
I was looking
lawyer
at the cameras.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, I will give you super advantage because I love the flair of that. I just kind of like the idea of that. I usually don't without elven accuracy, but I think that's amazing. But yeah, you do hear the telepathic bond. I will be clear. Heffron for Astwin and for at the moment Olive, you two do not feel the connection to anybody in the Feywild with the telepathic bond. Above game, it does not work across planes, even at 10th level. But you do feel the queens and anybody else on the material plane with you.
So he would feel Lino and
yes, Lino is back in it at this point. No,
so I don't feel it because the portal's closed.
No. It's just the way it was working with Demir. You could do send-in. You could free feel to send it to them, but you can't telepathically communicate to the people on the Feywild right now. Just want to make sure they are separated from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. You can do send-in or any other means you might have. But Brank, they look over you. Are you here to join?
I would ask you and like telepathically. These two are asking how good you are in bed. Is that something you're wanting assistance with, or are you wanting to remain focused?
Garon, I knew that our hack in the abyss meant something more, but I can handle them in bed without you.
That was not my...
The two...
I look at them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at the two. I'll go, well, before Brent comes over, I'll say, I don't know if the two of you combined could handle him.
Well...
I'd love to see you try. Can I be, like, intimidating aspect? Like, trying to intimidate them into...
Sure. Go for it. Advantage, yeah.
Demir will give, like, an evil chuckle for this.
Yeah, as you try to... The male one will take out was taking out a little box with a ascendant stone with a 20. Yeah.
24.
24. They he stops opening. He was about to have the other lady pick out one of the stones to hand it to you. There's like multiple in there, and he waits to it's your choice if you want to take it. It's basically on the top. It's like a list of just conquests. And it's like this blank spots. It's a booty call. It's basically a call log. So you could take a stone or leave a stone. Yeah. Do you want to take a stone?
Yeah. It's their room key. Yeah. My room number is. I will not
69, 69.
She holds out the box to you, Demira. Do you take a stone or not?
My room
number
is. Okay. Brank, as you approach, the box is open. They're eyeing you very curiously. It doesn't have to be today.
Why not? Why, you see, you two scrumptious snacks, we are here on a business trip, a very important one, but you two seem to be hard to oppose. I bet with your... And Demira told us, right, that they are part of the river near...
Yes, they are.
Yeah, okay. I bet you have so much power over your harem master with those body of yours.
I do, but of course.
Perhaps we could work something out today before the court.
Well, I don't know how much time we have. Let me go check the disposition of my lord. And she'll leave for a moment. And you're free to talk with the one remaining.
And how about you? Perhaps you would like to try Brink?
Well, I have to know that if we have a minute or do we have an hour. Brink, this is where I was going to have this at one point. Roll me a D100. This is how much time you have before a court is called.
Oh, God.
43.
43 minutes. A few moments later. And why this matter above game? This matters for how long. You guys could potentially be gone for years or minutes.
Oh, God.
So this is initially a 43 minutes. We have about 43 minutes. What was your name, Brank?
That's what they call me.
I mean, what's your proposal? And make whatever check you want and say what you want to do. Or
I would like to persuade them to go and do, the stuff. Yeah. They're not safe for work. 1 sex, please. And try during the sex to imply on them that they perhaps should say to their master that Glitter Beam is not that bad after all.
Okay. We'll get to your role after we do some performance checks, Brank. I'm not just going to let you win on that one.
Okay.
Do you let them lock your hands with you? Because they want to lead you somewhere. Yep. They lock your hands with you. Do you say anything to your companions as you walk away with them?
See you in 10.
Alright. They lead you. I'm gonna ping you. So they're going to eventually lead you into the building, past this ornate table, up the stairs. The stairs almost are made out of glass. You see through them the beautiful patterns beneath it, but it feels sturdy enough. You get to an elegant carpet. You see here, between a magical force field, there is Glitterbeam talking to Rivenair as they are laying out paperwork. There's empty seats. Beyond that, you see the judge there looking bored. You just hear telepathic bursts from her. She can't control these for her. Waste my fucking time. She has a little jar with sand just counting down. She constantly is tapping the jar, hoping that the sand will flow faster. But this is magical, and she can't do anything to make it go any faster, and she's super impatient. This way, Brank, this way.
And how about her? Is she joining too?
The judge?
The judge? Wouldn't that be fun?
I don't think I could ever convince... The judge? The one that was exiled from the Glooming Court? You would try to sway her?
Well, you know what they say. What happens in the Feywild stays in the Feywild.
But look at her. All the jagged edges. The long fingers.
But think about the spice, the flavor.
Oh my god, I can't stop you from doing it, but... I mean, if this goes bad, you could... but the guy goes, I want it. Do it, Brank. Do it. We're going to stop right here for you, Brank, as you leave the two in the room, and we'll come back to you doing something as I had never expected.
Someone's coming back, that's for sure.
I never thought the bard would try to sleep with the judge. I love it.
God damn. Well, it's symbolically the dragon, so should have seen that one coming.
All right. Over the next few minutes here, we're going to roll. For you, Heffron, you roll me a d6. This is just how much minutes have passed for you. luring this thing away.
It's a moving.
Yep, no worries.
4.
4 minutes. In the 4 minutes time, to paint you the picture here, we're over here, but there in mind. You all have lured the Tarrasque using Toll of the Dead's many different abilities you have to hurt this creature slowly. Away from the civilians. They're able to get away. You hear them running away as fast as they can, away from the city, and then eventually they get to the edge of the city from high up where the power of the Raven Queen can't protect the rain. Eventually, you guys are able to lure it away so that the civilians start heading back towards the city. Back to safety. But the Tarrasque at any moment could turn back around. You have a mountain fall to one side. So think about you're on like the 75 feet across pathway that curves down the mountain. And you see that there's signs on the side of the mountains that leads to Old Dax. Leads to, it's going to lead to like a quite, I would say, a huge hole. Not big enough for a Tarrasque to fit in. Or it could lead, you could try to lead the Tarrasque to fall down the mountain to take some fall damage. Or the pathway could lead to another back of the mountain to continue onwards. What are you all doing? What are you guys intending? You feel one more sending for you, Astuin? They're requesting whenever you need them, and what do you request? They will help any way they can. Whether it's Dragon Breath or a guaranteed large reduce.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Yeah. Pixie, how is the Shield Sentinel helping with this, with the 5 speed?
I don't know. We want to make it move to a certain area, right? That's all I was insinuating.
Yeah, and you guys are just barely keeping... Yeah, a Tarrasque has a speed of 60 and a climb, burrow, all that. So you guys, with your 5 speed, you guys are just barely keeping it out of its mouth.
Oh, I guess I don't need a log as a stick then.
So we can try to get it down the mountain. Try to get it inside the mountain, or try to throw it off the edge.
Or something else, I don't know. This is very much you guys' world right now. You have armies who will take your order. They have javelins. They have magical +2 bows. They're not mages, unfortunately. Like I mentioned, unfortunately they needed 2 years to build up their mage schools, and the queens haven't had 2 years. It's been a few months.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And also, above game Heffron, you saved No Name, which means they could complete that. If No Name would have died, they would have never got their mage schools. So that's what you have accomplished by saving them.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yep, that's that. I didn't want Jacqueline to reveal that,
Come
but
on,
that's
kitty, let's go play fetch.
Yeah,
I'm trying to lure it wherever No Name had wanted.
Okay, how you want to do that? Eldritch Blast or like guaranteed, magic missiles? Describe it.
Lean into the mic and describe it.
What to throw a stick. I will Eldritch Blast.
Yeah,
so that I can play fetch.
Yeah, you play fetch. you bonk it on its nose. These little tiny forceful blasts. It roars out towards you and starts coming towards you. It dashes for a moment and it pulls away as Astuin tries to think of their plan. What does Astuin like to do? You don't have to roll. No rolls needed.
Yeah. This is
okay.
the theater of the mind thing.
Trying to make it fetch.
Olive's going for No Name's plan, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
And I'm trying to make it go
then
to wherever.
I know. In that case, Astuin will be like, "My lord, let's get this thing down to size a little.
Yes.
Archers, kite it inside the mountain. We're going to lead it into the abyss."
Okay. Heffron, describe to me how your lord appears in this world. How do they cast a spell? How the army baits it as well as the creature gets shrunk down to a huge creature.
Well, it being an ancient gold dragon, I think would be... There's... The light around them begins to get brighter. The sunlight reflecting off the golden scales swoops down from underneath the cloud cover, the raven cover, and landing on the mountain, the force of a dragon probably shaking it a bit, roaring a challenge. The sorcerous powers of a dragon requires no components, just will. And it shrinks in size. Thank you, my lord. Let's try to get this thing inside. There's a portal where we can drop it in the abyss.
It is not done, Astuin. Use the magics I have granted you. Help me keep the spell for longer. And
Of course,
you feel them wanting to extend the magic of Enlarge Reduce to an hour. How would you assist with this process? What skill, what ability would you do to accomplish this? You will roll with advantage, whatever you choose. Think wise. You have it in you.
She will pray. She will use her faith and trust in that.
Alright, roll with advantage. DC 20. I'll tell you that right now. Just to extend it. You have anything to add to it?
Yep. I still
There you
have
go.
a couple of uses of my knowledge from a past life.
Alright. In this moment, you pray, and divine light washes from this dragon and enters into you, Astuin. If you were a full cleric, paladin, you would have gained the form of a champion in this moment. You have been emboldened by your god. You have now regained your divine intervention. One use, guaranteed.
Yes.
I have a one-use
shrub-
guaranteed divine intervention.
Yes. The creature shrinks. It starts going towards the hole. Olive, it turns back, doesn't want to be cramped. I need you to describe to me what skill, what attack you use to bait the creature into this hole more. As it is shrunken down at the same time as Astuin.
Does the hole have another side in it, or is it just like a cave?
It's a man-made entry, so think Dwarven, ancient smart-ass doors that made it
So like
more
I
like for
can't go
fun.
in and then come out the other side.
It is, but the city underneath the mountain is bigger than the city on the top. It would take you forever to. You don't know the exit, but you could go past the Tarrasque. You could take the disengage action and fly beyond past the Tarrasque if you need to do that. Just describe it any way you want.
I was gonna make it chase me, and I was gonna slide down there, and when it came, I was gonna size it so it slides down into the crevice.
Okay, I like that. I can give you a check for this.
Look at me! I'm a tiny green snack.
Okay, give me. I like this. Can you give me an athletics check with advantage? And you can roll. Yeah, give me an athletics check for with advantage. You can roll for yourself and roll for your sentinel because both of you guys are doing it. Okay, roll one for your sentinel. Just two d20s plus 4. 2 d20s plus 4. It's impossible. The DC is a 25. So as long as he doesn't roll horribly, I'm gonna add them together. Yeah. So
20.
Describe how both you and your sentinel bait this creature to almost bite you and follow you down, and then you want to.
It's like having a carrot on a stick.
And let me check.
Come on, runs away farther. Come on.
And you want to
Like those
reduce it
commercials
more.
with the dollar on the fishing rod.
At this point in the fight, multiple rounds have gone past. No name, all of his legendary resistances have been gone. So I will actually make the wisdom saving throw of 21 against your. I think it's wisdom for reduce, right? Or is it con? So you.
Let me look.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a higher one. Enlarge, reduce.
It's
Con.
Con? Okay. I'm gonna make the roll. You have advantage against this. Let's see if we can get it into being a large creature instead of a giant. No, it went to large. So con, they have a +10 with magical resistance. 27. So you try this, Olive. You spend the magic. You luckily during the fight did not use many of your spell slots. You still have plenty of spell slots. You could do this. Let me see. Enlarge, reduce. You could do this 1
more times.
two. Actually, more than that because you have higher level spell slots. So you could do it 3 more times. The question too, though, Olive, give me an intelligence check. That's what I would like for you, Olive. As you look at these tunnels, there's a tunnel for larger creatures to get to the casino and smaller creatures. It seems like the smaller one is faster, but did Olive figure that out? Oh yeah, without advantage, you do get the idea. If you able to get this off, you can make it a little bit quicker. And I'm allowing this to stack because it was basically Astuin's deity. If I'm correct, Astuin, that was a deity, right?
No, not exactly.
Okay, but very powerful old dragon, right?
Yes.
Okay, powered up by your deity with that made this happen. So I'm making this stack. That's fine with me. With that, you understand, Olive, that you could shrink. You could try to shrink it down, and if you go, you could drag it through the smaller tunnel. But whatever you guys do next, you guys will have to encourage it to rush because your spells only last a minute. So, do you want to try that, Olive?
I want to try and shrink it, I guess, again.
Yeah, okay. I will roll again for you guys. Roll. You guys can see the rolls, right? Nope, you guys can't see the rolls. Let me send to chat. Sorry about that. If you guys weren't seeing the rolls. All right, 25, and you're good. You want to try? You have 2 more tries. Trying 2 more times. Oh, they're muted. You guys need time?
I'll do it 2 more times.
Okay. 28. You have 1 more time, and you see Astuin that she's trying to accomplish this. Is there any way you could assist to make the creature fail, or is there anything you want to do?
That is a great question.
Yeah, you're there. You're not concentrating on your spell. Yeah, I'm just not sure if you all there. You have your abilities. The tunnel's coming up. You have a few more seconds. Big tunnel, small tunnel.
Big tunnel, small tunnel.
It's literally on top of the tunnel. It says high rollers for the big tunnel. It says small rollers for the smaller tunnel.
I don't know if it can be, but I'd like to, this is not going to go well, but I'm going to try it anyways. Fey presence. From being a warlock, it's a wisdom save to see if it can be charmed by me until the end of my next turn.
I have that as well. Can I assist that?
You know the only way you could make this work is through divine intervention, as creatures of this scale are usually immune to charmed. That's the only way that would work. Both you could tell Pixie that as Olive if you like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm going to use my divine intervention to make him fail.
Okay.
Make him small.
Okay. To make him small. Ah.
Yeah,
okay.
to make him smaller, like what Olive's doing. I'm going to make Olive succeed.
I love this.
Because Astuin believes she should. She is the best.
I love it. And through divine magics, which you could describe how that happens and the shrinkage.
So, basically, Astuin, sort of silvery platinum wings erupt from her shoulders. She will fly behind Olive, put her hand on Olive's back. You got this.
Perfect.
I got this!
Olive, describe how you make your magic shrink it. Like, you go, like, put your hands together and shrink it down into a ball. How does that look in this moment as an artificer or warlock?
Kamehameha!
Alright. Olive charges up a beam of shrinkage, sends out the wave through her hands. The sentinel nods, like, approving right now, almost like Gohan, like Goku behind Gohan in this very second. And you see this Tarrasque shrink down from a ginormous, and I mean a Tarrasque is 70 feet long normally, shrinks from being this ginormous to huge to large creature, and the Tarrasque looks around confused. In this moment, the soldiers instinctively know what to do. They all rush around the Tarrasque, take their shield up like 300, put them around there, and starts going around the shield wall, get by them, and make a wall behind them, and pushes this thing forward. As Olive and Astuin guides them through the hallway, you start to get to the point that you start hearing pachinko balls, almost like ping pong, the noise of casino. And Astuin, as you walk past, you'll see that there's just a weird imp, just like, huh? What the fuck? I'm playing here! What the? And it just like flies away as you start seeing before you get to the.
Gonna hear about this later.
Before you get to the casino, there's already gambling spots. As if you ever went to Vegas, you could gamble before you even get into the casinos.
That's just like the airport.
We will jump back over to Brank trying to fuck with the judge. I didn't expect this. I love it.
Not fuck with. Fuck.
Okay.
Yes.
True.
Get it on down.
Brank, the lady lays on the bed, waits for you. The man gets a cup of wine, and he's like, I can't wait to overhear this. The stage is yours, Brank. If you're here, Shavu. If not, yes, you are. And for Xandaroth, I will have this recorded and uploaded if you want to see this later. This is our final session. Yes, Shavu, if you're hearing this, let me see if you write anything.
Yes, sorry, I was trying to buy Nitro, but it's not working for me. I don't know why.
Oh, Nitro. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, Nitro, yeah.
I think they have some
Okay,
type
yeah,
of sale.
Brank will go out of the room.
Mhm.
He will start slowly walking around the room, just like, inspecting it, looking at all of the things, kind of being nonchalant about it.
Mhm. Stop!
And
Why do you approach me? I said stop. As you do, you feel a wall of force right there between the both statues. Like,
Okay.
yeah, you can't physically get any closer. She didn't just cast it, it was already there.
I was just looking around the room, looking for the most beautiful thing, and I think I just found it right in front of me.
Is this Rivenea's doing? Are you trying to get me in your bed? I've already told the man I would eat his blood before I fuck him.
No, it's not Rivernear. It's me. Brank will bow and introduce himself.
Yeah, I know the mass who you are, but you are, and then you just cut her off. Brank the judge. She will take out the stone and cast, like, straight up, what is his legend? And cast legend lore on you in your face. What does she find about, what is the legendary importance of Brank?
Ooh.
Legendary importance of Brank. I think that would be defeating the hero of this land. Would pop up first in not only initiative, but then in two in 2 disciplines.
Very smart, Brank. If we had another session, I would give you inspiration. Arbo? Fuck that guy. Insulting last I met him. Fucking wrench thought he was clever. Better than anybody. Better than me. Nice work. I like you a little bit better. Now what do you want?
I just wanted to come around and ask the most beautiful lady in the room if she would be kind enough to share the last moments we have before the judgment, to relax perhaps a little, to pass some time and make it come quicker.
Her green eyes roll, and the pupils are yellow. It's like, it doesn't make sense, but Feywild, it's the pupils stay still, but the green rolls. It makes absolutely no sense in her head. The smoke that usually bellows from her body recedes as she's not immediately thinking that you're going to attack her. The psychic abilities of this lady betray her. As you get this close to her, you also hear another outbursts. These are the things you hear, Brank. I have no patience. No patience for those who are less than me. And all those are less than me. Like, it just psychic outbursts. You hear, after I destroy the Queen of Air and Darkness, for her weakness, insolence, I will take my rightful place at the head of the Glooming Court. Hold on, Brank. Actually, I'm going to open this up. You feel that you need to use these things to get any success. You have to word these, maybe use any of these in whatever you're going to say. Just asking her to spend time with you would not be enough. But hold on. Let me bring
And Brank
these
also
up.
do a little card trick.
Yes, hold on. Let me just write this down for you.
Okay, sure.
Yep. So, these are the telepathic outbursts. She has no control over these. Her emotions are just that fucked. Hey, Wizard wrote this. I have no clue why they thought this would be good for a character, but I think it's funny. Like, you just can't even control yourself. That, and this, and one more. So you do get all these contexts in your dealings as you talk with her. Now, what did you say about a card trick?
Yeah, for the last one, basically, it would be, you see my queen, and he will pull out a queen of spades and show her. This is a card that could represent you. Almost the most powerful one in the entire deck. The most powerful of queens. But, and he pulls out a joker, in most games, the joker lays on everything.
She looks over to you. Darbo, let us talk then. She waves her hands. The statues that are glowing next to you dispel, and you see the light fades. The magic, fades. I might need of a court jester, or a spy, or one with words when I take the throne. You said a proposal for time. She telepathically reaches out to you. There's no role for this, Brank, but she's making you an offer. Be my jester, my spy master for the courts when I take my rightful place. And I will give you whatever you want in the wild. You will be a king in the shadows. But I will play your farce. We'll go to the bedroom and have our fun until the time comes. Brank.
How could I say no to the most beautiful of them all?
You have the sense. Yeah. Her telepathically reaches out to you. You know what? If you betray her, if you do not agree to this, she will hunt you for the rest of your fucking life.
No,
Like,
Brank is interested, but Brank will say, I am the jester that heard the call of the abyss. Yet I am here to serve the shadow.
Perfect. She will go ahead and she's actually in her large form, standing 9 feet plus, but she can shrink down to her normal size. He does this clearly for intimidation. As she walks past, she looks to Riveneer. Glitterbeam. Riveneer, you say anything of anything this man or I have just said. Riveneer stops. I heard nothing at all. I know my place. And you feel that Riveneer has telepathic abilities, maybe even telepathic communication he has be able to overhear somehow. She comes in. Am I not enough for you?
I thought you wanted some play toys as well.
Ooh.
To
Now
show
I
us
need that.
who is the true ruler among all.
Now I need the
and
persuasion
deserves all the
checks.
worship.
Yeah, she
Okay.
feels. You could tell she feels insulted that you had others already here. So I need that persuasion check with a super advantage.
Ooh.
Performance, was that?
Persuasion.
Persuasion with super advantage. Okay, let's go.
Against her insight, I will.
Not 20, baby.
Okay.
37! Shit!
She rolled a 20. Yeah, even with her stats, she can't beat the actual 20. She will silvery barbs you. Yeah. And gives herself advantage. No. Not that easy. She shows you her ability. She silvery barbs you. Go ahead and roll again.
Does he still have super advantage?
No, it's just one roll.
Oh god.
It's one roll. She's a cunt. Okay.
Still
okay.
high.
Alright, still, she sighs. How are we doing this? And should we fade to black? Yeah, Brandon, is there anything else you want to say before we fade to black?
No?
Okay. Brank, I need you to roll me 3 performance checks.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh boy. Woo!
Okay.
Oof.
Alright, hold on.
Damn.
Let me get my rolls going. So the first one, for the Eladrin, she gets a 22. You outperform her. You leave her exhausted and pleased. Hold on, let me get her. Yeah, she's a plus fucking 24 to charisma. Oof. So you have a big one to beat right here. Oh, she rolled a 3. The judge, whatever you do, she's pleased with a 3, even with a plus 24 to charisma with her stats and everything else. On the last one,
The epitome of horny bard.
yes, a 6. You feel you have turned her to neutral on Glitterbeam. You have not convinced her, not because you couldn't. She has her own disposition. She just wants to. There's nobody gonna convince her ever to just be like Glitterbeam's innocent. She's disposed being herself to just kill things, but she will listen to everybody fairly.
Damn.
And time passes.
Damn.
Eventually, things are wrapped up. Is there any final words from Brank to the Eladrins as they leave you?
Yeah.
I don't
exactly
think they
what I
can
wrote
leave.
in the
I think
chat.
they're passed out on the bed.
Brank needs a smoke. Perfect. The male one takes out an endless bottle of smoke and gives it to you. That's how they inferred it. You now have an
Let's
endless bottle of smoke.
Let's hotbox this shit.
There you go. You have an endless bottle of smoke. They'll go back to their waiting room.
Wait, what did I miss?
Oh, you missed a lot.
Oh God! He pretty
Frank
much
played
pleasured
them.
out the guy and the girl, and then he pretty much
judge.
laid the judge out.
Yep. Brank, as you left, you see that
He slayed them in bed.
the female Elijah cast sending to Renair, so she did deliver what you intended. The judge looks at you and says, "Gather your allies." Fuck the timer. As you said 10 minutes, she just walks over to the table and knocks over the timer.
Deal.
Guys, I think it's time.
Round 2.
And you're in the lawyer outfit as well. Lawyer tux. Frank
Demira.
business.
Yeah, Garen and Demir, before you all leave, Queen Bargna comes over. She gets over her chair, sniffs you. This small goblin holding a black stone and something else like almost a controlling device for the big executioner. Sniffs you and says, smell you. Small folks in your souls. Sword Coast, near Fandela. If you ever resurrect as a small folk, I might have use of you all. Taking over the coast. Think about it. Future adventure. Future fun. Above game, this might be a future campaign I run.
And Demir will slam her scythe down again and go, "I'm the queen consort of Dax. I need no other place to rule."
If you die, just come back as a small folks and we talk.
No. I don't die that easy.
Garen, you say anything?
Repeat what she said.
She says, if you die and you come back as small folk, seek her out in the Sword Coast. It's just flair. It's whatever you want.
Okay.
All right.
First I'll have to die.
Yeah. And let's go back and wrap up with the Tarrasque before we wrap up with you all.
Really quick before we leave.
Yeah.
Did Brank cut off the telepathic link?
That's a question for Frank.
Oh God, yeah!
He's just sitting there being
No.
like, Frank, shut up, Frank, God, Frank, no, Frank, oh God.
Demira is like, hold on, I gotta make a wisdom saving throw for this. I'm making a wisdom saving throw. Okay, I somehow keep it together to an extent.
Oh God. Let me see if I have.
Demira is gonna be sharing this with Misty when she gets
okay,
back.
so we helped you. We gave you advantage on the performance. I told you to
No,
shut up, and
that's-
you're like, yes.
This is like
History repeats itself.
the fourth wall
Oh.
shattering.
All right, we're gonna take a
Well,
quick
Brank
5-minute
brings
break.
people to the brink.
Yeah, keep talking, guys. We're taking a 5-minute break so I can set up maps and give everybody a moment to
How
get
about
something.
we just
to
do a 10-minute?
No. I can do 10 minutes if we could go to. Could we? Everybody go to 4 today in case anybody's prologue is long. Is that okay? 1 more hour.
Yeah, just after this session, I will have to take like 20-minute break to go out with the dog. But probably have
That'll be
is
fine.
fine with that.
Yeah, we have to do. The
Yeah,
same
no,
thing, but
that'll
yeah.
be fine. We can
Yeah,
start
I have
late.
to grab food.
All right, then everybody take 10 minutes so I can prep and you guys can get water and drinks and anything you need. So 10 minutes. Go do your thing. Breaks are important, and we are back. So, Olive, you use your magical Kamehameha to send out this reduction wave. The divine intervention from Astoin comes, shrieking down a Tarrasque. Sorry about that. From a really huge creature to this large version of itself through divination and through divine magics and artificer and warlock magic. The army pushes the Tarrasque forward. They're not really doing damage because it's still very hardy. You guys have hardly chipped at his health, and you guys burst your way through this passageway, passing casino machines. You have a bunch of imps who are playing the 1 copper coin slots who just run away from you guys. They're just like running in fear, like, what the hell is going on? And they're like, oh my God, Lord Mammon, what the fuck? We paid our dues. And you come into this room and you see a sight. You see an Araness over at the slots to the south of you, just like forever spin, just like stuck on the machine. You see a succubus as one of the table persons at what looks like to be some type of casino game, maybe roulette. Nobody at her table right now. You see a incubus at one table and a tabaxi fellow there that Demira would recognize, but she's not here right now.
I'm here.
No, I'm saying your character's not in the scene.
Yeah.
It's Bags and Nails. You've met him in the Abyss. He's playing there. You also see some more incubus at another table over here. And you see a person from Dax itself. She looks important, and she sees, oh shit, and she like scurries away, like she's like so addicted to gambling, she's not even sure what the fuck is happening above in the city. You see a clown jester over here who's basically been entertaining the party. One jester throws up things in the air and the other one shoots it with a gun. And to the south, you see a giant brain almost installed in the top, controlling all the machineries to this place. But the most important thing you see, and you immediately hear telepathically, what is this? As Mammon, an archdevil, king of greed, approached underneath by Joaquin, who immediately for Astwin and Olive. You've seen her on coins, you've seen her on size. She is goes as the Mistress of Coin, Our Lady of Gold, the Golden Lady. If you need wealth and you're a merchant, you pray to her. Can you both give me religion or history checks with advantage on Mammon? On Mammon. 26, natural 20. And for Olive? Whatever your choice, history or religion?
Choose deciding.
Okay, 22, yes. You've both heard of Mammon. The DC was 20. Mammon goes by the King of Greed, the Lord of Lust, the Lord of Avarice, the Lord of the Third. They are a match made in divine duality. He, the King of Greed, her, the Queen, the Goddess of Gold, running the casino. It couldn't be a more perfect match. As they both see you, he approaches, and as you guys are rushing, what is happening here? New guest. The stage is yours.
Hi, not staying.
Yes, not staying. Apologies, milady, my lord. We either need to get this to the portal to the Abyss, or if you would
can have
like,
a pet.
if you would like, it could be a brand new pet for you. Think of all the coin and riches you could get by selling it to the highest bidder.
Renting it would be better.
Or renting it out as a mobile living war machine. You'd even make more money that way. See, all of the great ideas.
Mama speaks up. It's a stain in my floors, my beautiful porcelain. As Joaquin steps up. Mommy, my love, be quiet. We have new guests. The fates and the divine cannot know that the devil and the divine are entwined. This is our secret area. We might not know what's happening above us, but they don't know what's happening below us. As you guys get the idea here that the reason they don't know what was happening above us, they are separate. This is secluded, almost like a pocket place. And she looks over to this large
divine domain.
So you're saying the gold is in the pocket?
this large Buddha statue in here, and it's actually an arena. And it looks like beyond it, it's a big circle where there's like fighting pits. They proposed quite the attraction. What were you guys intending to do with the beasts? As the beasts keep moving, I'm gonna move you guys. As you guys can't stop. You only have a minute on Olive's spell.
Yep. Well, my lady, my lord, we have very little time.
Here's the stick! Come get the stick!
Before magic runs out and this thing gets much bigger. Either throw it into the abyss to save the world, or if you would like it, you can take it if you can keep it. I believe you, my lady,
Party
my goddess,
dinner.
would be strong enough. And you could use it as a main attraction for your... That looks like an arena. You could... A main champion of the arena. You know, something even dragons would come to fight. You could win entire hordes of dragon's gold.
Olive, give me those athletics checks with advantage. I love it while you're doing this. I'll get to your persuasion check with a super advantage, Astuin, for this one, because this is very much in her wheelhouse.
I mean, it's a good thing I'm persuasive, because, I mean, if you're going to get people in your faith, you have to persuade them. 27, yep. I can make that higher.
No, that's good. This was a DC. She was inclined to this. It was a DC 22. I was saying from this. Olive, yours was a 20. Olive, you're baiting it. You see over here, the sign says, "Portal to the Abyss, the Blood Tunnel."
Come get the stick. I named you Nerf.
Yeah.
You named him Nerf now.
Yes.
Olive, you're kind of pulling it that way. Astuin stops just for a brief moment to persuade her. She agrees, and she looks over to you, Astuin. Well, your small friend over there seems to want to take her to the Abyss. I think you should be united on your decision. I could either wrangle the beasts for our means, or you all could take it to the Abyss. It is your choice.
If they want it, that's fine. Here's the stick. I throw it at them.
Oh my god!
Please give me another athletics check with super advantage, Olive. Oh my god! I want to see if she was catched it.
Oh, I hit it, but I didn't do a super advantage.
Yeah, just roll it again.
Roll it again.
With a super advantage.
Okay, we'll go with the 19. That's enough. I gotta roll a check for her. She has a sheet. She has a sheet for what I have.
Where are you aiming?
Yeah, sure.
Olive's had enough. Everyone wants to tell her how to do things. Then here, do things.
I mean, I was just giving an option. I was letting
fine.
it be up to you.
I threw the stick at them. They want it. They can have it. The stick is where he's going. Nerf can go to them.
All right, perfect. Olive, you describe it. She does not catch it with a dexterity 13. Where does the stick land on her?
What now?
Where does the stick land on her?
In the forehead, or hole in one.
Knocks her in the chest and she catches it in her hands. So she technically has it. So she's holding it like the Tarrasque can see where the stick went. The point.
Perfect.
That's the point.
The Tarrasque comes over, pushes over a water fountain, and water spills everywhere. Mama, my fucking floors! He's just distraught by the way this place looks. And it starts barreling towards her, and she just says, "Fine, if it's the stick you want, have at it." As she sidesteps the creature, throws the stick towards the glass. The creature runs, the Tarrasque runs towards the glass. In the moment she snaps her finger, a portal opens up, and replacing the gigantic Buddha-looking statue, it's not a Buddha statue, is the Tarrasque now in its full size, encased inside of this thing. Ah,
Damn.
a true imprisonment of divine proportion. And you all see now, for the first time, the difference between a mortal doing an imprisonment spell and a humanoid doing an imprisonment spell. When the Buddha vanishes out, and I don't have the token right now, the Buddha appears in front of Joaquin, and this monkish figure, I am sorry. I won't steal from the casino again. Mammon says, well, start licking up the water, why don't you? And the Buddha individual, big belly, not with a broom and mop, he walks over, starts drinking. He is a devil. And this Buddha figure just starts on his knees, starts drinking. And he looks back over to Olive, and he comes over.
Astuin?
What's that, Olive and Astuin? Do you all want to play a game? Want that over with?
Backs up, without saying a thing towards
Okay.
the door that we came through.
Can I
Love it.
do one thing before? As the Tarrasque was running by,
Yes, yes.
since I am proficient in calligraphy supplies, could I have taken out my calligrapher's kit and put Nerf on the side of it for Olive?
Oh, yeah.
So that way,
yes.
there's just no Nerf painted on the side of the Tarrasque.
Done. Absolutely done. Absolutely done. But after that, Olive starts scurrying towards the door.
It's like I can't think of. It's graffitiized on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah, Astuin, you're asked if you want to play a game by the Archdevil of Greed.
My lord,
Or,
as much as I would love, as much as I would love to play a game, I am sorry, but this was a business venture. I've already made enough deals and played enough games for all my lifetimes, but one does not leave such a lavish and godly place without at least bestowing in a gift as they depart. And I would like to take the spell Scroll of Regenerate that I've had this entire time that I've never had to use and offer it to him as like a parting gift.
Alright, he comes down to your level, reaches out to your hand, and he holds out his hands towards you. Make me an insight check. Okay.
That's
you hold
not very
out,
good.
that's failure. You hold out your oh, roll again. Actually, you have advantage on everything. Just roll again.
Oh, yay.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
not better. You add a 6 to that.
Yeah, I'm adding a 6.
Yeah, still a failure for him. You hold out the scroll.
Yeah.
All right. He grabs your arm for just a split second and takes the scroll. In that moment, he's like, "Thank you. I know what you want now, just from that small touch. You want to know what happened to your contract, don't you?"
No, I don't care about that at all, actually.
Oh, I thought you did. Sorry, above game, I thought you cared what happened with Glasshill and your contract. He says, I must be mistaken. What does Astuin want, then?
Well, she had the thought of potentially trying to get Glacia out of the Nine Hells by messaging her and being like, "I want this as my reward. Is you here?"
Yeah.
But that wasn't needed. We had a plan for the Tarrasque that succeeded. Astuin,
And
what she
by want,
truly wants,
yeah,
what
like
she
what's
truly
something
wants
he would want. Yeah.
for all of her long life, she's been a slave. She's bound herself willing to the will of others. What she truly wants is to be alive again, if only so that she can spend one mortal lifetime with Brand.
Okay. The creature hears that, does what he needs to do, and it's like, well, I can't grant what I think you want, but I think in 18 days you'll have your opportunity. Don't die until then.
18 days again. What the fuck?
Thank you, my lord. I will
As you
remember that.
Oliver, are you still getting the fuck out of here?
It's like a dance towards the door as
Yeah,
name right now.
you see that some of the art.
I'm like basically doing this towards Astuin. If she wants to be the center of attention for now, I'm backing up going like this.
Perfect. we will leave it with you, Olive. As you get out of here, the last thing you see is some of the army soldiers getting tempted to go play the casino, but they put it together and start marching back with you. Astuin, do you make your way to the exit as well?
She will. She
All right.
will bow to Joaquin. I will not speak a word or think of what I have seen here today, my lady.
Okay. With that being said, you all make your way back towards the city, doing this in record time, to see the rest of the ritual get finished, to see the individuals come back to life, to see Helm back to life, and to fulfill that don't look up curse. But we need to roll for the other team members to see if they're actually there or years have passed. So I can't say if they're there with you. Okay? So we're going to just leave it there for a moment, and then we'll do a prologue with the both of you. And what happens next. So let me go back over to the Feywild, as it is time for court. Alright, here. Okay. My illustrious Feywild friends, can you all see the map?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Brank has called you guys over. Do you guys enter into court?
Sure.
Okay, move you guys over to the table with Glitterbeam and pick a seat. As follow closely behind is the Baba Yaga's horseman, and Rivenair introduces himself. I am just the mediator. I am Rivenair. I will be just listening in and make sure things go fair for Glitterbeam. Glitter says, Garen! Brank! Demir, you all came. Awesome. Thank you.
Demir gives her like a look like you're in deep shit trouble.
I know, but I didn't mean to. It wasn't my fault. And Demir, you now realize that Masa was the individual that's probably let things happen for Glitterbeam to even find the book to find, so that Glitterbeam found the wand. Brank smiles, his briefcase on the table. Don't worry, we got this, Judge. Wink, wink. All right.
Baby.
Oh, baby. Why did the judge's token disappear? Where did she go?
She got pounded out of existence.
Yeah, I got her now. Yeah, Gary, Glitterbeam says that to Demir. Demir responds. Brank says that. Garen, anything from you to Glitterbeam?
Glitter?
Yes?
Treating you well?
So, what happened? I've been on house arrest. This is actually my house. My grandmother, she left it to me. My parents, I can't talk about my parents. But, yeah, I've never really been with you. I've just been kind of, projecting my spirit, so, listen, anybody who's descendants of, Baba Yaga, apparently we're kind of like archfays in a way, just innately. We have more power than we realize, and I wasn't supposed to use that power. I didn't know. No one told me.
Well, who was supposed to have told you?
My parents, but I don't even know my parents.
Great.
Okay,
And
that's good
parents.
defense. Keep that story for the judge. Good
All
thinking.
God damn it, Frank.
Mira will telepathically tell about Masa fucking over Glitterbeam.
Yeah. As you do that, the Baba Yaga horseman comes in. I will send in the first. And little by little, they all start lining up. And let me just put everybody in order. And I will get them up to you guys. As the judge brings everything to order, quiet all. We will hear the court. And they will make their judgments. And you might have a rebuttal to what they have to say. Just give me a moment. Radiant Lord. He's not like he's dimmed down after Brank has
Snuffed out his flame a little?
yeah, snuffed out his frame a little bit, but he looks ultra mad. Queen of Witches in her large self. Night and Magic. Moonlit Night. And Dancing Lady. Hold on, did I miss the Queen of Snow?
Shibu has Brank slicked his hair back to look like Phoenix Wright.
Feel free to speak out loud, Brank, if you want. That's okay. Alright.
He doesn't
Court
need to
is-
speak, he just needs to use the tongue.
The judge, wink, wink.
Yeah, because I just don't always look in chat. That's the problem. As court gets adjourned, the judge lashes out, "Waste of my time. I have a court to run with the new jester at hand." Telepathically, you all hear that.
Demir gives a side-eye look to that.
Presenting the Queen of Snow. And she steps in, walks around, sits next to Rivenera and Garin. As she does, the Snow Queen descends in a flurry of diamond snowflakes, her voice cold and precise. And she says, "In the deepest forests of my lands, the curse brought stillness, peace even, but the ice speaks in whispers now." I will put this in chat. So how this would work, you guys will all roll insight checks. These won't be an advantage to see if you all individually get the meanings of what her statement is. And at the end of everybody else's statement, you will be able to get a chance to give a statement in favor or against Glitterbeam. 33.
Ooh, 16.
All right. Brank, you're the only one that meet the DC. Her words, "In the deepest forest of my lands, the curse brought stillness, peace even, but the ice speaks in whispers." You think back of what you've known of the Fey courts, and you realize she's ruling, she's in favor of Glitterbeam. Your reasoning in your thought process with a 33 is that the curse froze invading monsters that exist in the ice cores. It quiet the restless dead. She sees this as a strategic value in Glitter's chaotic magic. So this is the reason, and I'm going to put for Brank. You're free to share that with your allies telepathically or not.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. So you know right now there is one in favor. She steps off to the side. The judge says, "Next, the Dust Queen." She steps up. And the Dust Queen, cloaked in shadow, stitched from the last light of day, the Dust Queen speaks softly. She says, I'm going to post it in chat. "My stars flickered erratically, the dreams of my people darkened, but there was beauty in the madness." Everybody roll your checks.
10. Are these DCs going to be less than 20?
Yes, the DCs are less than 20.
Okay.
You have a chance to make them.
Are they less than 19? Because the highest
Yes,
I
they
can
are.
naturally roll is
Yeah,
an 18.
yes, they are. But here's the thing. This is why multiple people come. I asked. You guys could telepathically share with each other.
Just saying.
Yeah. So, Brank, did you share what you found out with your allies?
Yes.
Okay. This is what I say. It's a team game. Not everybody's going to be good at every skill.
Use a luck point to
Oh, I
reroll
know.
for that insight.
I'm just joking. I'm just laughing at what I
Alright,
can't.
I'm switching out these
Yep. The
digital
DC is
dice.
18. I'll tell you above game. Okay. So, Brank, you share it again. Well, Brank, you learn
Yeah.
she's ruling neutral. She finds Glitterbeam's action artistically fascinating, but too dangerous to remain unchecked. Let me write that for you. So she's neutral on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You assume the judge is very insightful. She gets their ruling. She doesn't. I don't need to roll for her. She understands what they're going for. The Lord of the Hunt approaches. He arrives mounted on a spectral elk. It vanishes as he steps into the room. He says this in a booming voice. The damn curse! Prey is more vicious, hunt is more thrilling, but also unbalances the chase. Everybody roll your insight checks.
Fuck is with
0.
my insights.
Okay. Only Brank once again. And I'm gonna ask above game, Brank, will you always share this with your allies?
Yes, I will always
Okay.
share it with the allies.
Okay.
He's in favor of execution. He
Oh,
believes
fuck.
imbalance in the predator-prey cycle dishonors the hunt. I will write that. He steps away. 1 in favor of execution, 1 neutral, 1 in favor of sparing. The Radiant Lord comes up. He puts down a glowing scripture of light. A manuscript to say a whole lot. Looks at you, Brank. Closes the scripture. Looks at you, Brank, in the face. Looks at the queen, the judge. Just kill her. No insights needed.
My 18 worth nothing.
I still got a 0.
Okay, yeah. You still got 0.
Natural once in a row. We're doing
I'm-
great.
I mean, Vladimir as Garin, you're thinking, maybe he was joking. Just maybe he's joking.
I really just can't get a read. Not at all.
All right,
A
that's
lot
the
of
Radiant.
things. Not good at insight. Not very unwise.
The Witch Queen approaches. She passes, gives him this individual. She stops at the door, large, seeing Garin in her seat. She drops down a cauldron and just says, I'll stand here. Not offended, Garin. She's just very big. She stirs her cauldron floating with eyes crackling softly, and she says, the girl's chaos made my mushrooms scream, but they did a song I rather like. Everybody roll your insights.
9.
18.
18. Okay. Demira and, yeah, so both of you guys make the insight checks. She's in favor, very in favor of sparing Glitterbeam, and she'll even say, I think her madness, her chaos, and those of Orcus's lines are good for the Feywild. While we here have our problems, we don't want the problems of the other courts. Let us stay the chaos between us. Let the world fight with Orcus and leave the Feywild alone. So, no reason given other than what she said. So, 2 in favor, 2 to execute, 1 neutral. Night and Magic approaches. Yep, somebody can move him over, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm helping out.
Her present bolts of nearby stars, her words drip in arcane gravity. She floats over the table. The curse frayed ley lines between, but revealed hidden patterns in the wave. She cracks the lines we all use. I will write that down because I spoke very incorrectly. So I wrote these beforehand. But I'll say it again. The curse frayed ley lines, but revealed the hidden patterns in the weave. Weave is magic in D&D. She cracked the lines we all use. You're using luck, Demir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Use.
All right, Garin.
Finally
Garin.
got That's so funny.
It framed the ley lines, Garin, but it showed the hidden beneath that. She likes that something new has been shown in the weave of magic. She's in favor of sparing Glitterbeam. And you all get that as well. She moves over, floats over here. She's only floating 5 feet off the ground. The Moon King. Alright. Weathered in moonlight mist, he twirls a silver coin through his fingers, and he says, madness stalked my dreams, yet my dreams are meant to be shift and simmer. I'll be truthful and clear. I came here as a neutral party, but this one has changed my mind. Gives you a nod, Garin. I say we spare her. We work together. There you go. And I will start positioning them in a way to show favor from non-favor and neutral. So neutral and unfavor is over here.
And the dancing lady
Is the last one. I'm about to move her up. She comes in and she envelops the whole room in spores. Everybody, do you breathe it in to feel the telepathic communication?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Vines trail behind the delicate steps. The petals you feel in your minds. The petals of my court bloom too early. Some dance to death. Still, she brought movement to the stagnant roots. Make your insight checks.
Using my luck point again. I got one more left after this.
Okay. Brent got it.
Oh, and that's 20 for 21. Blackjack,
right.
baby. Thank goodness.
She was already leaning towards sparing her. She appreciates the chaos of awakening her dormant lands, appreciates her roots that were still now growing. She stands where she is as there's no more places to scoot around the large table. Rivenera stands up and says, all right, so we've heard from those lords who came, and suddenly you hear one more. Wait, do not forget about me. I am the Goblin Queen. She does the line. I'll be quick. I won't waste your time. Just kill her. Just kill her. You guys did not expect her to have a say in this. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4,
3
5.
for no.
Yep.
5 for yes. 1 for neutral.
Yeah, the neutral. And the queen.
Demir.
Well, hold on. The judge will stand up. We've heard from the courts, but those who have all come to represent Glitterbeam, give it a moment. Think about what you will say. Once what you have said is said, there is no taking it back. Everybody roll initiative. This is order. This will go in.
Natural one.
Natural one. Okay. Demira. Initiative. Break. Why did it add? Let me add you. Going last might not be a bad thing here.
True.
Why? Remove from group.
Just roll 3 natural ones in this entire.
You're really unsure if Glitterbeam should not be killed.
Yeah, I'm not really giving a lot of attention. I'm like, I haven't learned a lot, but being with her, I don't know about these damn Fae. They speak in twin speak. Nope.
And for the last roll off between players, can Brank and Garin roll off against each other for initiative? You both roll 12.
He can go first.
Huh?
He can go first. I had the natural one.
Okay.
He got a 14 and moved it up.
I'm okay with that. You guys can choose that. All right, Demira. Our Rivenair steps to you. Demira, it's been a while. Have you decided you and your wife to join the fun?
I point the scythe at his neck. You want to try asking that question again?
The judge stands up. Demira, we have our problems, but put your weapon away in this court.
She sees that.
Now, what is your statement? Queen consort. She addresses you by your title.
Well, I have learned that the string puller was Masa, which I have dealt with. He has a copy in one of the 9 hells, still alive, still thinks he's clever, but I will find him. But if you are to get rid of the line, you are going to get rid of Nightshade and Moongrave, which you've known. Me and my wife and my companions prior, before these new adventurers came around, have changed them. for the good. Where they could have continued on with everything, especially Nightshade ravaging the lands. But I will give this. Consider what it is, or I will clue in another godlike woman, much stronger than me and I consider a great ally, Kazani, to maybe think about letting Baba Yaga back out. She knows where she is. I do. But I will not say where.
Demir, stop right there. As you say the word let Baba Yaga out, I need you to make me an intimidation check with advantage.
I already have advantage, so super advantage?
Sure.
Sweet!
As the court erupts, no, do not let her back. Okay.
One more, go for that natural 20.
Yeah. Even the judge
No, you have
stands up.
20, never mind.
The judge stands up, looks at you, Brank, and you hear, everybody hears, like, she will mess with my plans. We do not need her interfering. And that's a pretty good intimidation check.
I say let the child live. She was a puppet. I took care of the pests. You want to cause a problem? My daughter, Biscuit, who's the Raven Queen, is watching. And all she has to do is give the word to my wife, Misty. And for Misty to talk to those three.
Give me a deception check. This is the last check you'll make with disadvantage.
No, this is I'm not deceiving.
No. The reason why Biscuit is not strong enough to control her full power, I wanted disadvantage because I think they are watching, and clearly Biscuit might not be, invoking Biscuit may not be the best thing here. It's not that you did bad, it's just that doesn't get a reaction. Saying the Raven Queen, saying Biscuit just doesn't help in this situation. You feel that you've won, and pushing it any further could be a bad thing. And Riveneers, is that all you have to say?
As long as you ain't whipping that thing out from down below, then yes.
He smiles at you.
And that was an invitation. That means I will make you a eunuch.
He smiles back at you. I would love to see you try. As the judge says, quiet, you two. This is not the love court.
I don't need his dick. I got something better than that.
My man in a suit, Brank, present your case.
Yes, Your Honor. I want to talk with all of the people that are against our client. Queen Barknot, very insightful as always. Straight to the point. Kill her. Great option. You, the Dusk Queen, as the dusk standing between the sunrise and the dawn. True neutrality. Beautiful. But you, Lord of the Hand, I did not expect from you to say to execute. Where's the fun in that? Where's the honor in just slaying someone when they cannot run or defend themselves? Shouldn't you let her show her weakness and let her be caught in her future actions? And isn't the point of the hunt to win? So how could you say that the hunt was worsened by her actions if the goal was easier to achieve?
He smiles. Just what I wanted. A hunt it is, then! This sounds like you have signed you and your friends up for future hunts with the courts. I will change my ruling. If in the future you and your strong warriors join me in a fate-wide hunt, I will show you monsters and beasts of all proportions. Is this agreed?
It would be our honor to join the Lord of the Hunt on one of his expeditions.
Brank has just literally signed you guys up for a fucking hard-ass fight. Do you guys have anything else to say?
I don't... My wife will love this. Go ahead. Is that it for Grand?
Yeah, no, he gets it like, wait, oh, no, shit. Just
Demira's Demir's like, you can see my wife enjoying this beyond me.
Alright, perfect. You have flipped the Lord of the Hunt opinion, but the judge says, I still need your own opinions on the situation, Brank. What is your ruling?
I say she perhaps did a bad thing. She caused all of this chaos. But isn't it what all of the Feywild is about? Isn't it about the fright, the chaos, the adventure? She brought us all as a team together to fight the chaos she caused, causing even more chaos perhaps. And more adventures, more things for the satyrs to think about. I say she's innocent, and we should let her live.
Alright, that's perfect. I'm listening and writing stuff down. That is your statement. Revenera agrees. Okay, just a little thing right there. Garon, it's your turn.
Garon will stand up and address the lords and ladies behind them and the judge.
Yep.
Everyone here is a lord or a lady, a king or a queen.
Mm-hmm.
When one of your subordinates wrongs another lord, is that responsibility on the subordinate or on the lord in question? Same thing with Glitter. If she had done wrong, is it responsible for her parents, or her grandparents? What's more, the wand of Orcus plays with minds, tempts and corrupts, as corrupt all of high and low born. Just really confirm, have Faye been corrupted by the wand of Orcus?
I think Revenera speaks up on this and says, I could be the mediator for this. Yes, I think Baba Yaga got corrupted. I have no clue why she would ever have kids with Orcus in the first place.
Then, if there is taint in the river, do you destroy the taint destroy the river, or do you find where the river was tainted and remove it? You must
we
go
have no
upstream.
The judge stands up. We have no idea where the wand is. What have come of it?
The wand is the source of the problem, and is the source of the chaos, not Glitter. Glitter is merely the young, subordinate, foolish, and childish. And I will show, try and connect magically, telepathically, and like ask the dancing lady for help with giving telepathic to everyone, and sharing many of the stories of as one who has been forced into her service.
Mm-hmm.
This is how she has treated me, and I give her all the multiple stories of showing that she is not one for harm and chaos individually.
You feel that your story reaches out to them, but also another negative aspect of this connection with this plant. As all of them almost reaches out to you, they can't read your mind per se, but they poke at your brain and almost tease you questions that there's a wand of Orcus, the line, as they all, these powerful individuals who all would want the wand, try to find out what you know about the wand. Where is the wand? Do you try to block that out?
I will say, wait, hold on. I will tell you about the wand. The wand is lost. The wand is gone. It is hidden. Beyond magic, beyond space, beyond time. I encourage you all to try and locate the wand now. Brank and I and our party have taken care of it. It shall not be found again and cannot be found again.
Give me intimidation. Sorry, go ahead.
I implore everyone to try and locate it now by whatever means necessary.
Give me an intimidation check with super advantage because of that one.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
I roll a
You'll
16
see-
and 2 19s. There it goes.
Yeah.
Roll.
Yeah, I mean, if 19 was a super... You'll see the Radiant Lord, the first of it, he takes out a mirror, holds it up, and he does his version of magic, and the mirror cracks. The witch, with her cauldron, sprinkles over some material over the cauldron, and it bubbles up to show a smoke rises, and the smoke turns into the figure of the wand, and then the wand just fades away into dust. Seeing this, as those two were the most inclined to do this, the rest of them think, like, But Bargot not says, Her, she walks around. Alright. The wand's out there, though. You just kind of revealed that, you fool. I'll be put to task to find it. It'll just take time. She holds this little black stone in her hand. Everybody can make the last roll of this campaign. An Arcana check. No advantage.
Luck?
If you have luck, you have luck.
I have 1 luck left.
18.
Arcana check? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I'm glad I did that. 16.
Nope. This is an artifact level thing, and it needs to be a 25. None of you know why this little goblin is even at this table.
Chaos for Brink.
Chaos or Brink?
I'm pushing chaos towards Brink.
No, everybody's used it. That was the last roll. It's fine. You don't have
Alright.
to know everything. But your intimidation works. You don't need to roll for for Glitterbeam.
Tamara will say one thing, though.
Okay.
And she'll laugh. And she goes, Garen, as a queen who oversees your actions, I praise you. For you have done right, as you have said, and I do not need to worry about the actions.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how you just showed everyone's hand on who still wants the wand. So judge, as Riviera has pointed out, even Baba Yaga was tainted. Look at those who just went to scry on it. And she'll look at those 3. They are the next ones to be watched out. And maybe they're
The
the
Witch
next
Queen is
ones
on
who
our
should go
side,
ahead.
so don't point out the Witch Queen, but maybe take out Radiant Lord and Queen Barkon.
No, but she'll point out who
Yeah.
scried. She's just pointing out that
The
fact.
judge says, enough. My judgment has been made. No more time needs to be spoken. This is the outcome now. I will make my judgment, and those of you who wish to stay in the wild or depart back to your city will make that decision for yourself. I suggest you all go back, find out what happened to your allies. And those of you who will see me in the future, gives a nod to you, Brank, you'll make your way here when the time is right. I, the judge, the jury of the Feywild courts, find you, Glitterbeam, spared of the crimes of your lineage. Those of Baba Yaga, corrupted by the wand of Orcus. Those of your parents, wherever they might be. Those of Masa. And for those out here who use this court, looks over to the Lord of the Hunt, to gain more entertainment for your court, shame on you. There will be a reckoning someday, and I will be that reckoning. There's no need for insights checks. This was not about Glitterbeam. This was about these individuals playing their 4Y courts. We will end part of this session with one final thing. I need you all, because I need to give you guys a recap. As they are told to leave immediately, a portal opens. Everyone needs to step through. Glitterbeam says, thank you all. I'll reach out in the future. Gary, thank you. Not now, but you could write your prologue to me. Send me a message. Above game, you could write to me. Whatever you guys do over the next 18 days, as something will happen then. with your lives. We'll talk then. As the portal opens for you all to leave from this court immediately, as they will discuss, I need Demira to roll me a d20 first. A 6. Demir, an hour has passed. Give me a second. An hour has passed for you here, and you appear back into Dax with only seconds have passed as Misty looks at you like, Demira, you just left.
It was just an hour there.
Feywild. You still see off in the distance, you hear the Tarrasque being led away by Astuin. And she says, help me with the ritual? Bring them back?
Of course, my love.
Brank, you're next. Roll me a d20. A 9. Brank, you return back to the mortal realm as Demira the Queen resurrect Helm. And you see before you, flying over to you, is Astuin and Olive. As you guys start seeing the conclusion of the ritual spell. As only an hour has passed, there has been no change for you. Garen, roll me the d20.
Well,
A 12. Only a moment later, you appear next to Brank. Only an hour has passed in time. Time fuckery was on your guys' side. As the party all reunites in Dax Castle, not losing days or years of their life in this moment, we come to the titular end of our campaign. The final moments. I know, Garen, as Vladimir, you'll have to leave. Whatever you all do over the next days, be noted, the curse is lifted, the ritual is done. Everyone is brought back to life. But the adventure is not over. I don't know why people are being dragged
Oh,
around.
it's me. I'm like, wait.
Don't move anything. Just let it be. We're above thinking theater of mind.
Uh-huh.
As you all think about what has a prize, help the queens out, do whatever you need to do. Time will pass. 18 days. And I want, if you want to, you could send me messages and tell me what happens over that 18 days. But on the 18th day, no matter where you are in the world, you all will see something you did not expect. Over that time, whether you try to message Gazelle or not, you never got in contact with her. But on this day, you see her appear in front of you once more, the daughter of Asmodeus, and she says to you, I am here to fulfill my contract. You played right into my hands. Now I am outside of the bounds of my father. Even he does not know that I escaped the pact, because I made my own contract with the pact. As to it, what is your desire? Hold on a second. Demira, what is yours? Vladimir, Garen, yours. Brank, and last but not least, Olive. Our campaign is finished. If you have time, you can sit around and talk and tell me your desires. If anybody has to leave, feel free. We do go over time, and I didn't want to keep anybody. So, who wants to stick around and tell me what their desire is? Or you could write it down.
Demira will...
Well, hold on. I want to make sure anybody has to leave. Because Garen used to have to leave. Do you have to leave?
Yeah,
I need to leave.
Okay.
Are we meeting next week to finish
Yeah,
up?
Olive left.
Okay, Olive.
Good to
Okay,
go.
so, next week, yes, we can, if you guys want a little wrap-up, a
Yeah,
little
absolutely.
30-minute wrap-up, I'm more than willing to do that. I have some stuff
Yeah, we
prepped,
could do a
so-
wrap up next week.
yeah, if you guys want to, the wrap up would literally just be what you guys do. Like, think about what you guys do over 18 days and what you ask of this not deity, this archdevil, and she will try to fulfill it to her best of her abilities. So, thank you guys for playing Don't Look Up with me. It was a lot of prep and a lot of work. Did you guys enjoy it?
Very.
Yes.
I didn't leave a character
Very
again, leaving chaos. I rolled back an old character, so I'm happy with that.
Astuin, what was that final D100 for? I would love to know.
Ah! The second one doesn't succeed, but the first one does. Oh, you said we have 18 days. It only takes 7 days for me to get Divine Intervention back.
Yeah, that's what I said. You have 17 days to try to accomplish something. The only thing I will say doesn't happen if you try to contact Gazelle in any way, you do not get in contact. That's the only thing you just can't figure out.
That's fair.
Yeah. Besides that,
All right.
go ahead.
Take care.
Go ahead.
It'll be a conversation I'll have
Fantastic,
to
love
have
it.
with Brank later. But
Yeah.
We'll see you guys
Yeah,
next
we'll do. You see you guys next week. We'll do
Yeah.
a wrap-up
Stepping
session.
off.
Yeah, go ahead, Brank, or Shavu to walk your dog. Heffron, I know you have to
Yeah.
prep. Pixie, thank you for joining me. I loved Olive. If you tell her no that, Heffron, please tell her. So fun character.
Yeah, I have enjoyed her character as well. I like both olives. Both olives are
Yeah.
fun. And I have my own goblin character I'm
'cause I
going to
have
play at
stuff
some
to make
point.
in the kitchen. Oh, actually, Jacqueline, just get me fried wontons.
Okay.
I'll eat that. Yep. All right, we're gonna walk the pups and prep for your to war session to see what happened with that.